Now, I wasn't aware of this dynamic. Didn't see none of this coming. Didn't know these two cats been having this little drama or dynamic of drama popping. Sauce Walker and Drake, with Drake being a honorary native of Houston, I guess, by way of mob ties. He spent some time down there in the past. Sauce Walker didn't appreciate the way Drake apparently benefited from the affiliation with Houston in comparison to how much collaboration he did with the artists out there. He thought there was an imbalance, and he's been vocal about it. This has started a beef, apparently. Drake went on stage at some point or another to speak about it in Houston. Then apparently a baby mama or somebody ex got involved, which I believe she was in Sauce Walker's life first, then Drake's. And it seemed like tempers done flared, emotions are out of control. And Sauce Walka then got caught up talking to said female, I believe, on a recording, saying some crazy things. Once again, Chick Smooth, my co-host for this one here, doing the heavy lifting. And with no further ado, we finna see what he says Sauce Walka, Drake, and old girl have been up to.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. I hope everybody's watching. I hope everybody's seeing exactly why certain artists do not fuck with Drake. It goes way beyond artists being jealous of Drake. It's actually some real deep, dark, dirty shit behind the scenes going on. Everybody knows Drake is one of the most pettiest people out there on planet Earth. If you get into it with the man, if you vocalize anything against him, best believe Drake is going to spend time plotting on exactly how he can get back at you. Now, Sauce Walka from Houston, he's been one of the main people that's been calling out Drake for the past 10 plus years now. His main issue with Drake has always been cultural appropriation. According to Sauce Walka, Drake comes to Houston, he does not give back, he does not fuck with the artists there. However, he takes their dances, their culture, their fashion, and does not show love to the community there. Sauce Walka did an interview with the Breakfast Club where he actually broke all this down last year.
The Drake moment was the moment. That's when I was
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people know me from controversial shit like that. Yeah. I'm going to stand on the business regardless of whoever.
It's funny, though, because you called Drake out for cultural appropriation way before Kendrick did.
I definitely did. And if my whole city would have supported what I was on back then for the reasons that I did it then, we would have got the same reaction that Kendrick Lamar in California did. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just a beautiful thing with, again, no discredit to either one of those artists, because, again, I have nothing to do with that shit, and I don't give a fuck about that shit because I'm a millionaire. I'm Sauce Walka, and I made it. I beat the blackball of the rap games, of those type of scenarios. But to speak on that particular situation is that it's just a beautiful thing to see the outcome of an entire city and then entire state standing behind an artist that represents them well and represents their culture and just trying to fend for their culture and the culture.
An entire coast and a large portion of a country. Oh, my mama.
Culture itself not trying to mediate or prohibit their artists from fending for their culture, but instead standing behind them and supporting that ideal. And that's the difference between appreciation and appropriation. And that's what creates the bigger landscape of economy and opportunity for that city.
Appreciation versus appropriation. I love the way that sounds because the concept is obviously intelligent. They are adverse concepts, but the alliteration, the way the words almost sound like the same word, I have fine pleasure in that, and I apologize. TMI, I know.
Because regardless of, New York is the same way. If somebody was to come to New York and try to appropriate New York culture and style and not give back to it, like, I don't know, it's a good example to use, but because nobody does that in fucking New York. Nobody come to New York and act like a battle rapper or act like a lyricist or act like a fucking drill rapper and then don't do music with the drill rappers. Don't come rap with, you cannot do that. It doesn't make sense. You can't, when everybody was doing this shit and doing that little Jersey dance, nobody from around the world did that dance or made music on that sound frequency without acknowledging that it came from those places or bringing those kids from New Jersey on stage. Or, and the East Coast is going to govern that. The South was, in Texas especially, was supposed to govern govern that. And you know what I'm saying? It's cool because somebody got to do it, and I did it. I ain't tripping.
Don't you think Houston probably looks at Drake different because there wouldn't be Drake without Houston?
I don't give a fuck what Houston look at it like. It's what I said. I'm a Jay Prince too. Like my word is a law. What I'm saying is,
I mean, you say that following saying if your city had gotten behind you, in order to be saying you a Jay Prince type, I think we would have had seen your city get behind you, then you would appear to be more of what you claim to be.
What I speak is the real opinions of the city of Houston, the people that's in the south side, the people that's on the north side, the people
they felt like that already.
Yeah. They just ain't got the platform or the voice or they're not gonna get the response that I'm gonna get, and they can't fade the heat, fade the water. Everybody know I got the manpower, got the money, I had the.
But this is contradictory. He said everybody agrees with him in the region, but he's a Jay Prince type. But for some reason, they didn't support him like Kendrick. That's not making sense to me.
The validity, whatever is needed, necessary from my age then to right now, just like I've shown people, it's a lot of people that thought I was going to be overnight or fly-by-night artist or artist that, and then you also understand, realize that I'm independent. I've been independent my entire rap career. I've been in the rap game 10 years now, going on 11 years, and I'm a multi-millionaire, still more relevant than majority of the rappers that came out in my generation or my period, my time period. 10 years later, I'm still making all this money and still growing. So, you know, it like if somebody don't take it to make the step or to speak up on it, then I'm just like everybody else that's just complaining behind closed doors and being scary or just, you know what I'm saying? And then what I was saying, it's not simple. It's not fucking rocket science. It was simple shit. If you in this city and you saying, like what you just said, you did, you know,
Drake without
Houston. Okay, so at the time, why Drake not? It's still to this day. Why did Drake not have no bunch of records with Houston artists? You didn't doing that with Atlanta. If you love Atlanta, and you got 7, 8, 9, 15 artists that you got songs with in Atlanta. Because why?
Yeah.
Maybe they ran up with their bag right and put their money where their mouth was. Man, you taking it to some feeling shit leads me to believe there's something else to it, and that's when the female come in. If you really have the type of funk with anybody like you claim to have with Drake on that phone call, you shouldn't be running around complaining on the campaign and let people already know you have a distaste for him in general. This is weird activity.
Not only the city of Atlanta was going to look at you weird for not doing that, look at you and feel a certain type of way by you not making those moments with that city, but you knew that it was also beneficial for you as an artist to make music with these songs because the leveling of stardom and momentum, it feeds each other versus you feel that I'm just the A-side artist that's lifting up this.
Dub, you super independent business mogul. He had a business approach to it. I mean, why do niggas get so deep in their feelings? Oh, you can't. I can't take this shit, bro.
This musician, but it's the city of Houston, you looking at it for the market share. All of these country ass people in Houston, they got all of this land, all these clubs, all these women, all these people in these big ass arenas and events that's going on, but they don't have a large community and people that are knowledgeable about the music industry that have resources that can say, hey, y'all been around this artist and you
being knowledgeable about the music industry does not indicate you are under the impression that a successful artist that spends any particular amount of time in any region owes any artist a collaboration, bro. That is ignorant thinking. Sometimes this dude could come across as so intelligent and at the same exact time sound as ignorant and goofy as he look right here on that picture. It makes absolutely no sense. He trying to mix nigga shit with proper business and industry etiquette, and it's not meshing. I don't give a fuck if I buy a mansion, live here, buy 3 of them up down the block, raise my kids. That does not obligate me to do any work with anybody around this motherfucker, according to being knowledgeable of how the industry works. Kiss my ass. Now, on some street shit, some nigga shit, oh, you out here getting money. Nigga, we out here getting money too. Nigga, we can't get nothing with you. That's how that go. That's the other side of his makeup, not this industry. That's not industry knowledge that says that, bro.
Help them. You was in the studio when they was making that song. You told them to add this and this on the hook. You get a couple writer points for that.
Mhm.
Oh, you was up in there when you made the beat. You supposed to get okay. Y'all was in the. You brought him to Houston and you took him to this club. You took him to this hood and you introduced him to Charlemagne. It's a feature and the song come behind that.
Mhm.
In every other city, it's a long list. California, it's a long list of artists from the Bay all the way to LA. They got Drake's songs with Drake. So how did Drake love him much at
Once again, another man on the internet telling the public how he's disappointed to have less interaction or favors or work, attention, however you want to describe it, from another man, something that is not old, not something that you've paid for, just something in your mind you desire. I can't imagine desiring more from a man as a man. From a woman, hey, maybe, yes, that's a natural giving it. But any man in this world, I want absolutely nothing from them other than what I have earned. And to find myself desiring them to do anything more toward me in my direction than that naturally occurs, to me is queerdo. I'd never do it. Fuck it, get on. You don't want to work, kiss my ass.
that time and not have music with artists that you are uplifting from this community? Fuck me. I don't care. It's bigger than me. I didn't care about the song with me. You know what I'm saying? But what I would like from then to now, Travis Scott is the only rapper that still got a song with Drake. Travis Scott, again, what I just said earlier, it makes sense. It's an equal trade. It's not necessarily like, oh, bro, I'm just making you.
Bro, anytime you make that phrase in your whole rant, Travis Scott, I get it. It's an equal trade. That negates all the other bullshit you crying about. Facts.
Helping Houston and changing your life and changing your career. And it's been saying, oh, well, person wants the Drake stimulus package. Bro, fuck all of that. It's about fair exchange in business. If you are using...
What can you offer Drake in fair exchange for what he provides? Being there in Houston, he's providing commerce and other things. Just because there's not one particular gesture that he makes that you don't agree with, which is collabing with whatever artist that you are imagining that he should collab with, does not mean him being in that area, even as a fucking property owner, taxpayer, is not giving back to whatever benefit you think he's getting out of being there, bro. You're making absolutely no sense.
The culture of somebody's city or somebody's hometown and backyard, do something that helps not yourself and your more of your notoriety for benefit with the ladies and the people in the city. Do something that actually makes the economy.
He a fool to think that Drake needs Houston's input in order to have pull with the ladies. It's crazy. All the way around the block, around the circle, to say, I'm mad because he my
of that city and musicians bigger and greater. So therefore we can have Rolling Loud in Houston. We can have more young artists performing on bigger platforms, Jimmy Fallon, Jay Leno and all this other shit, because an artist of this magnitude is living in our backyard. That's all I was saying. Not just for me, just for anybody.
Literally living.
Did y'all have that conversation?
Because there was a video of y'all.
I mean, I vocalize and have whatever I feel is something that I tell anybody and everybody to their face behind, like, everybody know this about me. I don't give a fuck. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, I just don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So fast forward to last night, Sauce Walka's baby mama actually leaks one of their phone calls. And it's actually a phone call where Sauce Walka was going off and also issuing some threats to Drake after he found out his baby mama was messing with Drake.
I'ma handle y'all. It's that simple. I don't give a what the consequences is.
Why? Yeah, you handle me. You already handle me. So what the matter? You already put your hands on me. You already do all that already. So what the even matter?
I got you jumped by my hoes. I will put my hands on you though, but I didn't. You got jumped by my black hoes. This shit on video.
Yeah, because you had me set up. Are you proud of that? Does that make you feel good?
I will get you jumped again. I don't give a. Just like I get Drake smoked, I will get Drake car shot at. The man, you better realize who the hell. I don't give a. Nobody talking about.
Okay, you need to calm down.
No, I don't need
definitely do. She telling you some good shit.
to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'ma handle y'all. It's that simple. I don't give a what the consequences is.
Why? Yeah, you handle me. You already handle me. So what's the matter?
Hey man, listen, Drake, you cannot keep getting away with this. You can't just keep mercilessly clapping everyone's girl. We need to rally together as a community to ban Drake from clapping our women. This man Drake has no boundaries. You fucked Wayne's girl, ASAP Rocky's girl, Joe Budden's girl, and now Sauce Walka's girl. And let's not forget Naomi Sharon, the artist that Drake flew to Toronto to record CLB, who, by the way, was in an 8-year relationship. She was actually engaged. Well, that relationship actually ended after Drake flew her out, clapped up her cheeks without no remorse, and sent her back to her fiance. And those are just people that we know of.
This is a sick Negro.
Hey Drake, haven't you gotten enough cheeks in your life? How much more vagina do you want, brother? It's time we start a petition. No more vagina for this nigga. If you want vagina, hey, bro.
Smooth motherfucker. Hey, yeah. This nigga Sauce Walka, bro. He talking crazy on the phone. I don't know what's wrong with these dudes, bro. First and foremost, conversation that goes toward that energy with me would never have an opportunity to be recorded, because as soon as it starts, it's over quick. I'm not arguing with a person on the face of the earth. Anybody action that arguing with me was in the past. It's been a long time since I allowed myself to be engaged in anything that can resemble an argument. And I think as men, we owe that to ourselves. They are fruitless, and every effect that they have on you is all negative. They're not fun. They give the person you're arguing with a pleasure for you to engage. And I don't desire to deliver that pleasure to anyone. Secondly, if you are really willing or have intentions on doing anything of that nature, the wisdom to not ever utter such things should abide with you. I'm just saying, unless you're just ready to go to jail and stupid as hell, or you just that emotional, you trying to say something to this broad so crazy, she'll switch back to your side. I just know that's a bad feeling, but Sauce Walka is a bad look too, though.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.